This is going to be a demo for the ENG 111 class, creating circles in the sketch workbench. First thing I'm going to do is rename this. So we'll select the reference tab. We're going to call it the 111 class, ET. Your 4 digits of your student ID, dash, capital letters, circle, dash, sketcher, underscore, workbench, dash 1 for the dash number being part, actually this would be dash 2, and then dash dash P for part. The 2 dashes before that are the revision. Select OK. On the next one, have the students rename, put their name in there. You should have an absolute axis. Rename the geometrical set. It's not in here. I'm using my up and down arrows to see if it was keyed in lately. Construction underscore geometry. Well, I just renamed this up here. I didn't mean to do that. I'll hit undo. I make that mistake every once in a while too. When you go to properties, don't change the student name. Change the feature geometrical properties to construction geometry. That's why it wasn't there. I was wondering what the heck happened. So that's construction geometry. Make the part body the in-work object. Sketch on the YZ plane. Select the L icon representing the YZ plane and select the sketch workbench. Move the axis down. And there are a number of circles we can create. We're just going to create a couple circles and arcs. Under circle, I can click a random position, drag my cursor out. It follows the cursor from the center point to wherever I select, and it creates a constraint. Creates a circle, and you might go right to constraint and add that constraint since that pops up. All right, so that's how you create a simple circle. There's also 3 points. If I slide over here, I can create another circle. Let's go. I like to create them counterclockwise, so if I start here on a grid, I can click and drag this up, click, and then wherever I click the 3rd point, it uses that to define the radius of that next circle. Whoops. Again, one more time, I'll hit undo. 3-point circle is what I'm creating. Select a point. Select another random point. And then click a position. And then go right to adding that constraint. And then move it out so you can see it somewhere. And then just hit enter to accept it. My computer's going slow. I'm getting very nervous right now. Let's do an arc. We have the one I use a lot is this arc command. You have 3-point arc. So we'll do this one first and then come back to the next one. 3-point arc. If I click 1 point, it's kind of like how I created this one. I clicked 1 point, clicked another point, and then clicked a 3rd point to develop an arc instead of a circle. Whereas arc is going to behave similar to how I created this circle. I click a position here where I want the center. So if I use the same center point, if I put my cursor there, that blue dot shows up. I can click a position, slide out. It looks like I'm going to create the circle just like I did last time, but this time it's following my cursor to create the arc rather than the circle. So I'll click that position. Okay. This will be picture 1. Make a picture of this. And then to get rid of all this and do something different, you're going to click and hold and drag your cursor and let go, and then hit delete. And that removes everything you just did. I'm going to create a box because we learned that in the last exercise. I'll go ahead and just create a box from here to here. And a good reason for using the arc is to click the arc command, use this as a center point, start it over here, go counterclockwise, and click this position. One more time, do an arc from this center point, click over here, go counterclockwise, and click this position. I can delete this line and delete this line. The only problem with this technique is I didn't get my tangencies to show up. So I'll force the tangency by doing a control, and come down here to the dialog box and add tangency. You see the tangency symbol show up? Select OK. I'll do it one more time. Use the control button. Grab this line so both lines are selected. Using the dialog box, we can activate tangent. Select OK. Make a picture of this. This is going to be picture number 2, showing a vertical slot. And then the last picture, we'll go ahead and delete this. Highlight the whole thing and hit delete on the keyboard, and create a vertical slot. I'll start with the rectangle, something like this. And if you think you can do it, go ahead and build the next one. Build that next slot, make a picture of it, and that's all I need is these 3 pictures. So I'm going to go to arc and do it. If you didn't get it to work, pause the video, try it. If you couldn't get it to work, continue on with the video. Okay, I'm going to go arc, and I'm going to go for the center. Start here, wrap around to this endpoint, arc, start here at the center, start here on this end, and wrap it around counterclockwise to this one. I will remove the line and select the arc and the line, and make that tangent again. So again, I'm using the control button to select the 2 elements. And no, you can't grab them all. You can only do 2 elements at once. So I grab the 2 elements and use the dialog box to tangent that. Select OK. Now the reason why I create the circles counterclockwise is because all circles on CAD software, any software, are created from the 0 position to the 90 position. So they all start here and go round. Alright? So again, all circles on all CAD softwares do something like this. When they create a circle, by the way, this is picture 3. Okay, so make that picture 3. Picture 4 is going to be creating a, I'll just go up here. I'm going to create a circle from a start point in the center, and I start here. This point here is 0 degrees on your protractors. So from 0 to 90 is known as quadrant number 1 of a circle. From 90 to 180 is known as quadrant number 2. Quadrant number 3 is 180 to 270, And the last and final quadrant, number 4, is 270 to 360. So again, when you go to circle, just create a circle. CATIA literally starts and ends at this point right here. So it starts here and it wraps around. This is quadrant number 1 from 0 to 90. Quadrant number 2, 90 to 180. Quadrant number 3, 180 to 270. And quadrant number 4 is, well, quadrant number 4 is 270 to 360. I can't create the arc. It won't let me create the arc. That's as far around as it can go. Otherwise, it would use the circle command, not the arc command, to build this. All right. So picture number 4 is a picture of this. That describes why or how circles are created. So picture number 4, I want you to explain how circles are created with a picture of a circle or an arc. That concludes the circle exercise.